Speed Late Night continues for you. We're back. An investigation by Daily Maverick has found that some bus company agents operating out of Park Station in Johannesburg CBD are selling fake COVID-19 test results to passengers traveling to neighbouring countries. While investigating the matter, Daily Maverick was able to secure 2 fake COVID-19 test results from 2 bus companies for a total of 700 rands. For more on this, I'm joined by Daily Maverick investigative journalist Patrick Igu. Patrick, good evening and thank you very much for your time. It's one of the biggest bus stations in Africa. It serves as a hub for cross-border travel as well. And it literally took you minutes to be able to get 2 fake COVID-19 results for just 700 rands. Tell us about the process and how you came to find out about this.
Okay, thank you, Tabo, for having me. Back in January, my friend from Zimbabwe, who was traveling back to her country, told me, gave me the tip about the sale of, fake COVID tests at Park Station by transport companies. And when she gave me the tip, I had to share the idea with my editor, and the story was approved. So I had to go to Park Station to investigate. I met with the transport companies and told them that I actually went undercover and told them that I was traveling to Harare in Zimbabwe and needed COVID tests to enable me embark on my trip. And the first transport company that I met was Lookman Logistics, and told them that I was traveling to Zimbabwe and that I needed a COVID test. And they said that definitely that they can sell a COVID test for me. When I asked how much, they said 400 rands. And, I gave them the money and I asked if they were not going to collect my samples to maybe run in a lab and, before producing the results. And they told me that they don't need any samples to produce a test and, that I should wait for some minutes, that the results would be ready. And in less than 30 minutes, they produced, they brought me a COVID test with the name of Neighbouring Global Lab, looking like an original COVID test. If you are picking up a COVID test for the first time, you won't even differentiate which is fake or which is real. So after picking up the fake COVID test from Lookman Logistics, I proceeded to another transport company, Elder Coaches, and, these guys as a traveler going to Zimbabwe told them that I needed a COVID test. And they said they can sell the COVID test for me for 300 rands. I paid, and in less than 30 minutes, I think about 25 minutes, the COVID test was, delivered to me with the name of, Ampath Lab, looking like an original COVID test that you can't even, differentiate which is fake or which is real. So that was how I got about the whole investigation. It actually started in January, going into Park Station, going undercover, carrying out research as a traveler going to Zimbabwe.
And these, you're saying, are bus company agents. So these are not just random individuals who are at Park Station passing up fake COVID-19 results.
Yeah, they actually work for these transport companies. They are agents working for these transport companies. The guys at Lookman that sold the test to me, they are actually working for Lookman Logistics because I spoke with the management, after the story was published. They reached out to me, so I had to confirm if those guys are working for them, and they confirmed, they acknowledged that they are casual staff. The person who sold the test to me at Lookman Logistics, his name is Bongani. So the management told me that he actually moved from Zimbabwe to Johannesburg to help them after their office in Zimbabwe was shut down because of the pandemic. The same thing with the guys at Elder Coaches. They are actually working for Elder Coaches and not just like random people you have looking around, these transport companies.
Lookman Logistics, tell us a little bit more about this transport company, where they're operating from, and where is that company registered?
Lookman Logistics is one of the transport companies here in South Africa. They operate out of South Africa. They operate, in cross-country or cross-border, route. They go to Zimbabwe. Specifically, they go to Harare. According to what they told me during the investigation, and they equally, go to different, across the country, Cape Town, the Eastern Cape, just around the country, and they are fully registered with the Transport Association. The same thing with elder coaches. They go to Harare in Zimbabwe, and they, fly around South Africa from one province to another.
Now, you're talking about these reports. You're saying they look quite similar to one that you would get from any laboratory. Are there hospital links here? Are there laboratories that are working with these? Where do they get these documents?
I think these guys actually doctored the fake COVID test. They actually manipulated the whole thing. I don't know how they did it, but I know they within 30 minutes, they brought out a COVID test to me. And I reached out, in the course of my investigation, I reached out to the management of Newbeck Global Lab and Ampath Lab, and they denied any involvement in the sale of fake COVID tests to travelers. Specifically, the CEO of Newbeck Lab, Joshua Fisher, told me that they have nothing to do with the sale of fake COVID tests. They don't have any outstation at Park Station, maybe giving out COVID tests to people. That they only have approved lab across Johannesburg and other parts of the country where people can come around to carry out tests, give out their samples, and before a test is provided. Unlike what happened at Park Station, no samples were collected from me, no receipts were issued after the payment. Within 25 minutes, the tests were issued to me. So Ampath actually released a statement to Daily Maverick denying any involvement and promised to launch an investigation with the police. They've actually launched an investigation with the police, complaining about some guys in the black market using the name of their company to commit fraud. The same thing with Newbeck Global Lab.
Now, of course, you're saying you were able to pick up some of the irregularities, glaring mistakes on these fake results. But just point to us what the laboratories are saying are some of the inconsistencies that you can pick up in these COVID tests which are fake.
Okay, for example, Newbeck, when I was speaking with the CEO, she said their logo is very different from the one that I collected at Park Station. Their logo is by the left-hand side of the test, and a little bit is a kind of small compared to the fake one that I got. The one that I got from Park Station is bigger, the logo, and it doesn't have the address of Newbeck Lab, unlike the one that the original they provided to me. It has their address, it has, the doctor's number. Every doctor working with them has, a practice number or something like that. But the one that I got doesn't have it, and their stamp is different from the one that I got at Park Station. The stamp from the one that I got at Park Station is very different. You could see the differences from the both of them when you pick them up. The same thing with Ampath. Ampath said that the names on the fake lab that they gave to me are not even registered in their database. They don't have the names of the doctors. The doctors are not working with them. They actually manipulated the names of the doctors. And Ampath actually has a code, a verification code you can use to verify which is fake and which is real. But the fake one that I got at Park Station doesn't have any verification code like the one of Ampath.
What are the two companies then doing? Are they taking any action? Falcon Coaches and Lookman, are they doing anything since your investigation has revealed such corruption going on there?
Just a day after the investigation was published, the owner of Lookman Logistics, his name is actually Lookman, reached out to me, and said, denied any involvement and said he doesn't know that fraud or the sale of fake COVID tests is happening in his company, and that he's been away for some time, hasn't been going to the office, doesn't know what's happened, never knew that his staff are actually selling fake COVID tests to travelers. And as he was, narrating the whole thing to me, he said he has launched an investigation with the police, and the police are currently investigating with the Financial Crimes Department. And currently, as we speak, 2 staff of Lookman Logistics have been suspended while investigation is still ongoing. The same thing with elder coaches. They promised to launch an investigation, and if found guilty, that the staff involved would be suspended from the company.
Yeah. Daily Maverick itself, have you raised this issue with the police?
Daily Maverick?
Have you raised the issue with the South African police?
Well, no, we haven't. While the investigation is still going on by these two companies, because I mean, during the course of the investigation, we actually reached out to the Department of Health to know what they are doing to track the sale of fake COVID tests, and they revealed to us that more than 400 fake COVID tests have been recovered across different ports of entries across the country, and that they are working with the police in, arresting the situation and denying entry to those who are found with, fake COVID tests. But I mean, that's what has been happening. We are just monitoring the developments from these two companies and the labs that have launched investigation with the police. Investigation is still ongoing now, and we are just monitoring and observing development and keeping tabs on how the outcomes come around.
Patrick Igu, appreciate your time. Daily Maverick investigative journalist with us there tonight. We continue.